Turn that shit up.
Yeah. We are back in the building once again, live at Studio 225 on this kind of dreary Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, shit crazy.
But it's still a good day, man. It's a good day to be breathing.
Definitely. Every day's a good day, man. Fuck that. Yeah, man. Other than the shitty ass weather, man, you know, how your day been going?
It's going pretty good, man. I started off the day in slow motion because I was drinking and, you know, stayed out late with my shorty last night. But I'm up and I'm here and I'm drinking some more. Fuck
it. Yeah. Fuck it, man. Let's get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy DC.
It's your boy Dro.
We got our special guest in the building, man. Long time friend, man. We go back. We damn near like bros, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been around since like, oh man, dog. I don't know. I want to say like fifth grade or something
Small
like that.
face money.
Yeah.
Small face when we go back to small face money.
Hell yeah, man. But you, this your first time really popping out on the interview and shit, man. So go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Only_wireless TV is, you know what I wanted to say? I wanted to say the shit that Shannon Sharp says. Like, I am the host and I'm the proprietor of Yeah, I am the host and proprietor of Only_wireless TV. Please subscribe to the bell for notifications. Make sure you include underscore. Yeah, man. Just chopping it up with some niggas I've known 100 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, basically, man. So, like, the album that I want to discuss or promote, it's really going to be released July 18th of this year. Like, that'll be official when I put it, because I was getting ready to publish it through TuneCore and had set it for my birthday.
Right.
Which is what?
May 28th.
Okay.
May 28th.
It's a day
If
after
you
my
believe
mom.
in all of that shit, like I'm a Gemini.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, but then you decided to change.
Yeah, to change it. It made more sense. It gave me more time to run around and do like more engagements like this and really get my shit together. Because again, like what I touched on, I got to get the artwork done the right way. You know, you go through TuneCore. Anybody that don't know, it's a quick tutorial.
Right.
You're gonna have to put out a 1600 by 1600 photo for the artwork, or it could be 3000 by 3000. But either way, it's gonna have to be square.
Right.
So I had like this little rough draft I made on CapCut of what the artwork would be, and I went to like publish it a couple weeks ago, and they're like, you know what I mean? But you know, independent, it don't really cost much to publish your own music. You know what I mean? It's just gonna cost a couple dollars here and there. But
For sure.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So what is the artwork?
So the artwork is a picture of me and War from I don't know. We're less than a year. I think we're less than a year, or maybe a year tops. Cause he's July, I'm May, so I'm just like 7 weeks older than he is. Yeah. But yeah, it's a picture of me and Anwar Haslam. Anwar Ashur Haslam. Basically, my my uncle.
Right.
But in the practical sense, my brother.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, he passed December 18th, 2022.
Yeah, man. Long rest to my dude, bro.
Yeah, man. The nigga, man, that was my guy, man. So, yeah, man, he passed, and I was going through, like, a real rough patch. Like, it was crazy. It was, like, just the culmination of everything, man. Like, so we had another bro pass, you know what I'm saying, Chasman Lee King, Chisel. He passed. Chisel. Then a couple weeks later, you know what I'm saying, Big Homie passed, and then you know, my pretty little car broke down and shit. It's just it was just trash. And these niggas really came through. I never expressed it to them, you know what I'm saying? You know, men don't like to be sentimental, but they picked me up and took me to the studio from like December to like March. You know what I'm saying? And kind of kept my head together. You know what I mean? Everything was bad. My money was fucked up. My vehicle was down. Brother dead. You know, relationship fucked up. Like just everything personally was fucked up. Yeah. But I was on the internet acting like everything was cool. Because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, with the rains and pours. But,
you know. But yeah, man. I think I made... You always sound weird talking about yourself. It's kind of pretentious. Like I'm wearing these stupid ass sunglasses to look cool. But when you sound pretentious when you talk about yourself, like your pros and shit. But man, I think with that being said, I think this is my best work for sure.
Yeah.
Because it was, even if the subject matter of the song wasn't necessarily painful, everything was driven by pain.
Right.
And if you know, we all Tupac fans, and I think he's kind of like the poster boy of using pain and turning it into artwork and poetry.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know, you think about your favorite artists. You think about, 50 Cent, Many Men. You think about, Jay-Z. Pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Evils. That's one of my favorite Jay-Z songs.
Yeah, the Evils. Yeah.
DMX, I'm Slipping, I'm Falling. You think about some of the greatest songs that transcend genres. Anything, R&B, jazz. Like when an artist is really crafting this shit from a painful place or from a hurt place, you tend to get the best music.
Right.
So yeah, that's what came about, man. Now to keep it 1,000, some of these songs were recorded before that happened. So there's like Slept On is from 2019. Potential is from like 2019, 2020. So there's a couple tracks that I did prior, but for the most part, it's all music that I recorded either in downtown Akron or here at Studio 225.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What is the title of the album?
So the album is just his I don't even know what to call that, man. Death date, posthumous date. I don't know what to call it, but it signifies, it's in the literal sense, it's the day he passed away. So it's 12/18/22.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then when y'all do see it, it'll be a picture, like a throwback picture, just me and
Right.
him in the crib. It kind of epitomizes, like, nigga, this is what we were. We were that close. You know what I mean?
So you have I imagine that you have dedication tracks on there, at least one on there for the bro.
Another World. No, you thinking the right shit. Like Another World, I touch on it. The first verse. Go Back to Africa. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that on like some Nas shit, like from Belly, like, yo, let's go to Africa. I'm saying it's in the racist sense. We're like, go back to Africa. If you don't like it here, go back to like MAGA hat type shit. So it's like, go back to Africa, And then I said something else, another death in my family. You know what I mean? So I touched on him and Chaz in the first verse of that song. Because at the end of it, I'm like, yo, my dog took a fall. I guess the Lord had a plan for him. I just hope my nigga understood that we stand for him. So I touched on it in that. I didn't necessarily record a song that I didn't mourn on a track necessarily. Like I don't have a song that's straight up dedicated to war, but I did touch on them in that verse and just everything that was going on. You're an artist, bro. You just kind of rap from your POV.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever's happening in front of you at the moment.
Hell yeah, man. So how many tracks you plan on having on it?
So it's 11 total. I consider one of them really a bonus. The Matrix is like the bonus track. That's from 2018, 2019. And it's the only track I produced.
Okay.
Like I know I can get down and shit, but like it's the only track that I produced, and it's an old track, relatively old track, but it's so relevant right now because it's still touching on Trump, immigration, everything that comes with that. I talk about like Fred Hampton. I talk about a bunch of shit that's just relevant. So as far as I don't do a whole lot of political tracks. Like that's not my thing, but that's one of the few that I've recorded in my life. So it was a chance to kind of flex creatively. Like, let me do something a little different. So I got this track called The Matrix, and that's the bonus track. But overall, it's 11 tracks.
Okay, now as far as your production, as far as you being a producer, what do you use as far as your programs and shit?
Nigga, I fuck with Fruity Loops.
Hey, say that.
You know what? And everybody, and a lot of people do, like millions and millions of people do.
Right.
But it's almost like some classism type shit. Because you look at Fruity Loops, like, okay, well, this is like Fisher Price DAW. Was it digital audio workspace?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody got Fruity Loops back in high school.
Right.
But you had to pay or like know somebody to get like Reason. Or to get Pro Tools, the more sophisticated, like upper echelon software.
Right.
But like Fruity Loops, like everybody had Fruity Loops. But what made me feel cool about Fruity Loops was when one of my favorite producers said he used it. Hit Boy uses Fruity Loops.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of people
There's a lot of dope producers.
Especially more so the younger, you know what I'm saying, producers. You know
It's so easy to get your hands on it.
Yeah, man, everybody had that same version that was hacked and had old dude's name on it. They all, that's what everybody started with, that Fruity Loops joint.
Yeah.
And there it became the Lex Luger packs. You know what I'm saying?
Southside made away Mafia.
Yeah. Who is on your joint, man?
No, Smurf is.
Smurf is,
But are there any other producers that's on the project that you want to mention?
This is where I'm trash. For real, because it's a couple, like, one of the better songs is a track called Potential that I recorded. And nigga, I don't know who produced it. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody I met on Instagram back in like 2019. And I paid them, you know what I'm saying? I paid for them. Like, I believe in that. Like, I like paying producers.
Yeah, for sure.
And then nowadays, I mean, I don't want to paint them in that type of, I was going to say like they whore themselves out. Well, I already said it. But because if you put out a beat, if you like, yo, I'm going to give you 100 beats for $100. Like, I get, like, nigga, capitalism is like, yo, I need this money. You know what I mean? Like, I need this money right now. But it's like, man, you might have a beat that could go on and be like a Grammy-nominated song, and you technically sold it for $1, and you damn sure ain't getting no publishing for it.
Yeah.
So don't do that. But it's like your personal life versus like your aspirations. It's like, man, if you making music and you're desperately like dependent on this for income, it ain't really the right approach, because it's just gonna make you make compromises that you wouldn't make if you had a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you had a deal, you're like, oh nigga, I'm gonna pick and choose like what features I'm gonna do, and you know what I mean? You kind of,
I ain't gotta worry about
yeah, you got that type of privilege. But when I understand it, it's like shit, nigga, I've been underground since fucking high school, so I get it.
Yeah.
You know, you have your little brushes with the industry, you meet people, have meetings and all that shit. Remember we had that meeting with Boss Man?
Yeah.
Boss Man
that was
Entertainment?
one of the coolest and funniest things in the
Yeah.
shout out to Boss Man wherever you at, man.
Shout out to Bill Gates of all people, because he said the funniest shit. Because it was like a big deal. It's like it's 2013. A guy I worked with, Tyrell, who we're like loosely related. He's like I don't know, like a fifth or sixth cousin, something like that. But I met him on the job. He introduced me to his uncle that he ain't even really close to, but he introduced me to a guy named Boss Man out of Atlanta. And I started doing my due diligence. So I'm doing homework on him. And like he had all the bells and whistles you're supposed to have as far as the internet.
Right.
So he had like pictures of like the mansion and like a fleet of cars and shit. And he's in the studio at Daddy's house with Puff and da. So it's like, okay, you look official tissue.
Peculiar place to be. No, I'm just-
Dealer's crib.
So yeah, and then we ended up getting plugged in together, and we had a meeting at the Hookah Lounge to talk about like a distribution deal through what was it, Atlantic? Or it was Sony.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a Sony digital distribution deal. And here I sit.
Right.
11 years later, you know what I mean? So that shit it didn't materialize into it. Like
Yeah, man. It was a cool thing to see and to learn.
Yeah, that's the game, man.
New.
Yeah.
You learn something new from every experience, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely a learning experience.
I think with the because I almost left it out. Bill Gates, McCain, he was like, these niggas came through with shirts and shit, and McCain early on in the meeting, he's like, man, this nigga want to talk about himself. So he just kind of dipped on.
Hell yeah!
It's like, man, this nigga want to talk about himself. So he just kind of dipped on the meeting, but yeah, like
that was fun.
You don't hear enough, or maybe, I don't know, it's always something out there on the internet that I haven't seen. I got to leave that possibility open. But you don't hear a lot of artists talking about just that visceral aspect of it. Like, when it feel like you on your way, and then shit get derailed.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, you're a man. You got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. But from a psychological standpoint, it can fuck you up. Because you're like, yo, nigga, here I am.
Right.
And that was the second time that it happened. In 06, I went down to Miami.
Right.
With my demo, my press kit, headshots. I mean, them shits ain't really a thing no more in 2024.
Yeah, but it was a shit back then.
Back in the day, like, you had to take your best pro. Like, clearly, I'm not a pretty nigga, right? I'm sexy, but I ain't a pretty nigga. So, you take a headshot, you have a little short bio, and then, whatever songs are going to be included on your demo. Right. And we went down to Miami, me, Gage, and my manager at the time, a dude named Petty.
Yeah, shout out to Gage.
Yeah, we went down there and got a chance to see Dade County a little bit. Right. And we went to the studio to negotiate this deal, but it really became more of us just kind of sitting there staring at each other. The shit was kind of awkward for real, because I didn't have a rapport with the guy that they were presenting me to sign with. I don't know this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So, we're sitting there playing some music, but it never went anywhere. So when it comes back around X amount of years later, you're like, okay, cool, here we are.
Right.
And the shit will fizzle out for whatever reason. But that shit, it can fuck you up if you care. Like, if you're just doing this shit for money, it's like, all right, whatever, nigga, I'm gonna go get a job.
Yeah.
But if this was your dream for real, like, I had been rapping since I was like 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like a prodigy with this shit. So when you've been doing it that long, you're like, man, you did it because you wanted all the bells and whistles that your favorite rappers got.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. You want the deal, and you know what I mean? You want the advance, and you want to buy your mama house and get a chain and all that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that shit didn't materialize. But here we are. You know, I'm still putting out music. Oh, this, you know, it's weird. This would actually be my first official release.
Okay, for sure. So it's been a lot building up to this point.
All these years making music. It's kind of a cheat code because niggas are here to be like, yo, this is fire. But it's, I'm 38. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting out my first album so late down the line. If you heard my first project when I was like 18, then you feel different about my music. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, this nigga can rap. This experimental shit, I don't know about it. Right. But after years and years and years, you become a more seasoned songwriter. Your beat selection get better, you know, shit like that. But yeah, man.
What's some of your influences?
My influences, rappers. Shit. You know what? Like years ago, you know, I don't know if you ever internally thought about interviews. Like you ever thought to yourself, okay, this is what I would say if I went to the Breakfast Club.
I went to the Breakfast
Club. Or I went to Hot 97. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's dope. But yeah, like when I think about that or when I thought about it in the past, I'm like, well, anybody that had a hot verse or even a hot line is technically an influence. Anybody that made you go like, oh, damn, man, that was, ooh.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's technically, even if that's not somebody that you listen to as a loyal fan.
Right.
You know what I mean? So from that macro standpoint, like damn near everybody's kind of an influence. But the real nitty gritty, the real shit, it's like, you talking like top 5 dead or alive type shit. It's like, well, you know, Jay-Z and Wayne really made me want to be somebody that didn't write rhymes. Cause like the magic of that shit was what was like appealing to me. I'm like, hold on, this nigga just came to the studio. It's like, I didn't know Jay-Z didn't write as a kid, right? Like Jay-Z's like fucking 20 years older than me. So when I actually found out he didn't write, and then I went back and listened to some of his music, I'm like, hold on, dog, so you mean to tell me he did nigga what, nigga who, and didn't write that? Yeah. Motherfuckers want to add logo, hit him with numerous shot for the phone. You know, at the time, I'm like, yo, how the fuck could you come up with something that technical and you didn't write it? You know what I mean? And then with Wayne, it was like, okay. And then I heard about other artists that didn't write. Right. Like, you know, Lil Flip. And even I heard Ja Rule didn't write. You know, but he's not one of my influences. Neither one of them are. But, yeah, Jay-Z and Wayne are one of my 2 biggest influences. You know what I mean? And then, because there's the artistry, right? There's like the artist that you listen to and you're like, yo, this nigga made me want to go get in the booth. And then it's the artist that, like, you motivate me to have the same success. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about you that motivates. Like I've never heard a Pac song that was like, ooh, goddamn, nigga, that was a hot 16. I want to go right. But Pac as a person always motivated me to want to be something like that. Right. You know what I mean? So Pac is easily one of my biggest influences. Same thing with 50. Like, 50's one of my biggest influences for real, but you won't necessarily hear it in a verse. Right. Like, I'm not a carbon copy of the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And our lives are completely different. I didn't sell a bunch of dope, none of that type of shit. You know what I mean? I was just a little nigga from the hood. Right. You know, they can fight a little bit. You know what I mean? But outside of that,
always fight.
Jay-Z, Wayne, Pac, 50, and even I'm gonna throw Marshall in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had, because we all cut from that cloth. You know what I'm saying? Either you from the projects or you from like lower middle class housing or whatever. You know what I mean? But I had never heard somebody that was rapping from a completely different perspective. You know what I mean? Because it's like, cause a lot of the shit, he kind of gets punished for it now, but a lot of the shit that M raps about, like he talks about like matricide, like I'm gonna kill my mom.
Yeah. Shit that
Black
society, we ain't having that.
Yeah, black man that kill anybody about his mom. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different type of relationship and dynamic. But hearing somebody be that technical and that fluid lyrically, and then rapping about things that I never thought would be cool to rap about. You know what I mean? Because you kind of check boxes. Like, nigga, okay, I'm the hustler, or like I'm on some ladies man, like some pimping shit. Or you know what I mean, whatever your lane is, like when Eminem was rapping about getting bullied, it's like that's not really like a cool thing to rap about.
Doing mushrooms at a party.
Yeah, I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl. You know, shit like that. It's like, okay, it kind of
baby mom.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It expanded my horizon from like a song writing standpoint. Like, okay, so you can kind of sort of rap about whatever you want to rap about. You just got to have the right sound bed, the right sound structure, and make it sound good. But yeah, so yeah. Probably Jay, Wayne, Pac, 50, and Eminem. They're probably like my biggest influences for real.
Yeah, that's a good vibe.
Oh yeah, most
definitely. But I listen to everybody.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's dope, man. Back to the project though. You said it was 10 tracks. It's dropping in June.
So it'll be July 18th. of this year.
On War's birthday.
Because I thought about dropping it on my birthday, like that. Because when you go into, so this is more like inside shit if you never actually publish your own music. And I've never gone through like CD Baby or any of them, but if you go through TuneCore, you know, they ask you like, you know, what's your stage name and XYZ, and then they give you the option of selecting when your release date is going to be, and you can decide which platforms you want your shit on to be. So if you got a weird thing like, well, nigga, I don't like Jay-Z, so I'm gonna put my song on iTunes, but I ain't gonna put it on Tidal. You know, I don't have that, but just whatever. You can decide which platforms you want to put your music on in TuneCore. Right. So when I was getting ready to register the music and put it out, I was gonna make it my birthday, but then I changed it. Actually, I changed it today, literally today, because I spoke to the widow of my brother. You know what I'm saying? I talked to my brother's wife, and I was like, you know, men are bad at sentimental shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love you and I'll do anything for you, but like, I don't actually know your birthday. Yeah. Or I don't actually know your, like, I've known this nigga a million years. I don't know his address.
Yeah.
I know where his house is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know the number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shit like that. So like, I didn't really know my brother's birthday. I just knew it was in July and it was around the end of July. So I spoke to her and she was like, yeah, the 18th. So I'm like, all right, well, it makes perfect sense for me to just make it July 18th. So,
Yeah,
that's
what's up, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I didn't cry while I was talking about it, so that made me a G. That was my moment, right? Take the sunglasses off. Which you don't understand, man. Like,
we definitely had some moments in here.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
But
that was my time.
Yeah, you got any features on your project?
Unfortunately, no. Because I've always.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. You know?
I mean, it's not, because, you know, we cut from that cloth where, like, you know, Nas' first album, he ain't have no features. You know what I'm saying? Jay put out projects, barely any features, you know? Yeah. So you want to, in that sense, you want to showcase, like, nigga, I can carry, like, I can be the author of this book and I don't need any co-authors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. But I think, but from, like, a business standpoint, a networking standpoint, you do want to reach out and be able to collaborate with other people. But I've been real big on it. Just it got to be organic, man. Yeah. Like if I don't, because it's like, okay, think about everybody that collaborated with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Think about everybody that collaborated with Diddy. When you just get to collaborate just for the sake of it being business, you can put yourself in bad company. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I just did it because it was a good look, but it's like, okay, this nigga is embroiled in a scandal right now. Like you don't want to do that. But if you collaborate with somebody you actually like, Mac and Schoolboy really fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different thing. Like I prefer to collaborate with somebody I fuck with. We ain't got to be the best of friends, but it's like, I know this nigga and I know he got talent. You know what I'm saying? I know he ain't like a weirdo. So I prefer to collaborate with him versus some nigga I just met on cyberspace.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? But but I'm always down to rap. But I mean, listen, to be completely real, your ego will make you feel like this nigga scared to rap with me. Because I'm like a dungeon dragon, lyrically. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it just be profile. It's like, if you ain't got to say, all of us are trying to come up. So you might have the talent, but if you don't have the notoriety, a nigga might be like, yeah, that verse was dope, but that verse ain't gonna do nothing for me. So a nigga, you know what I mean? And you gotta respect it. It's like, from a business standpoint, I respect it. As an artist, that's kind of fuck shit, but from a business standpoint, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talented, but my name don't ring no bells.
I ain't burning no dope song. If it's a dope song, it's getting put out.
Dope music is dope music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but that makes sense a lot.
Yeah, because, you know, personally as an artist, I'm like, nigga, I'll work with you.
Yeah, some people want to definitely buy from the most, they want to buy their dope from the most known dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes that shit don't even be about nothing, but just to say they copped it from such and such.
That's all it is. Have a stamp on it.
Yeah. So I totally get that.
Yeah, man. So with the project, man, you plan on shooting videos or any visuals?
Yes. In a perfect world, we'll do 11 videos.
Okay.
In a perfect world. So just you find somebody that got the right, or even somebody's, like 2 people. If I can find 2 directors and, you know, just to offer something different.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody know Rob Bruce the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I reached out to him in May of last year.
Okay.
But we weren't able to connect. But I ain't take it personal. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. I don't know how busy he is, how booked up he is. But I was going to do a video for a song that didn't make the album, actually. But you can still put that out to serve as promo.
Yeah.
Because there's this track I got called Murked that, just based on the climate, like where everything is at, like, you know, especially like last year and the year before, like with drill and just the aggressive shit. Like it's a banger. but I don't legally have a right to put it out for retail.
Right.
I can legally put it out for promo, but even then, like nigga, you put out a song and that motherfucker get like 2 million views, and now like Timbaland like, hey nigga, that's my beat.
Yeah, we gotta start. And you know I want to Emma beat.
Hey, I say cross the bridge when you get to it. If you get that kind of attention from it, you know you blew at this point. Now you foot in the door.
Yeah, no, that's the right way. And he had been saying that. He like, nigga, put it out. If it's hot, just put it out and then see where it goes.
At least you get a buzz.
And that can run into a bag off it.
Yeah, you lose that song, you start again.
Yeah.
But
now you got the attention.
You start that.
Yeah.
You might fuck around meet somebody that's like, because I would pay homage, because like, you know, Timbaland is like,
and
my
favorite.
I'm
giving you all. I'm telling everybody, like, no, this is his beat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not even hiding it.
Exactly. It's one thing to cap, like, nigga, this is
I'm not hiding it or nothing. Like, I want y'all to know, like, no, this is his beat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When I reached out to Rob Bruce, I was gonna do a video because Merc is like a real aggressive track.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's like violent, you know, wordplay and shit. So I was gonna do a video for Merc with Rob Bruce, and I wanted to get crazy with it, like Jason mask and like the Bane mask.
Right.
You know, the burner, all type of shit. You know what I mean? Just make it like it's the imagery has to match, you know, the audio. So
Right.
that's where I was gonna go with it. But yeah. Perfect World. I want to do a visual for like all 11 tracks, man.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, man. July 18th. We definitely looking forward to it. Do you plan on doing like any shows or anything else to promote the project?
I'm open for everything because you know beggars can't be choosers, right? So it's like I know what I got. Like I know I'm sitting on some really good music that could potentially be timeless. Because you kind of gotta have people consider it that.
Right.
You can't self-nominate. Like nigga, this is a timeless classic.
Right.
Even though you do have niggas do it. Like I've seen Boosie give interviews. We're like, yeah, man, this album is another classic. Hey, nigga, you call it that? Like you got to kind of let the people consider it that. But yeah, man. I would. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Classic.
We talking about shows or anything?
Oh yeah, thank you, nigga. I straight up lost train of thought. Mind going everywhere. But yeah. Like, gotta open myself up to be ready for whatever. So, real talk, FYI, like nigga, I haven't been in my bag. Like I haven't recorded anything since May of last year.
Damn.
The last track I recorded is actually the intro to the album. It's I Am Number 4. Okay. And I don't like love the movie or no shit like that. I did check it out though, but it's a sci-fi movie from like 2011, 2010.
Yeah, I think I remember it.
Yeah.
Like one of them joints dude found out he has some type of power or some shit.
And I was sitting in the movies. This is when I was like, because niggas never really tell you like how they bake their cakes. They don't really take you inside unless you know what I'm saying? So when I'm I did hear T.I. touch on it though a little bit a couple years ago or more than that. But anyway, so I'm inspired by everything. So if I'm in the mood, if I really want to get myself in the mood to rap and be real lyrical, then I need to hear niggas that are real lyrical. So I might be listening to watching like a bunch of URL battles and shit. So I might be watching like, you know, Daylight or Loaded Lux or, you know, Tsunami Surf, some of my favorite battlers. I might be listening to them or watching them. And then that'll have me in that state of mind, like, okay, nigga, let me try to get as complex with these punchlines as I can or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was listening to a whole lot of that at the time. And I remember sitting in the movies watching John Wick Chapter 4. This is when you really on some rapper shit. Like I'm sitting there watching John Wick Chapter 4, but I'm thinking like waving a stick like Dumbledore. 3 shots to light your ass up like I am number 4. And I was like, hold on, nigga. There was one to pull that back. I'm like, nigga, that's a hot punchline. Like, waving a stick like dumb, like fucking, like nigga, Lord of the Rings. Like, you were like a gun, waving a stick. And I'm like, 3 shots to light your ass up like I am number 4. And if you ever seen the movie, it ain't great. But if you ever seen the movie, the niggas' abilities are like light-based.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like some, you know what I mean? It's like some photon type shit. So the nigga uses like light-based power. So the punchline came around and made it make sense. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just name the intro I Am Number 4. But that's around the time I was writing this shit, like I was checking out a whole lot of battle rap. Like I was just binge watching battle rap, and it had my mind in that. It just had me in that place where I just wanted to get deeper with the punchlines. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? But you got to keep it personal and keep it honest. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't just want to hear rapping rap. I know I don't.
Yeah, man. So, what's next, man? After, I mean, like, we know you dropping a project. You doing, you said you open to doing some shows.
Yeah. Got to hop in. Well, because this is what. Thank you for saying that. Because this is what because I haven't been like nigga. There's cobwebs all over my like figurative pen. I ain't really been doing the writing or none of that shit.
Right.
Because I was getting to a place like I mentioned earlier in the interview. Like I'm 38, so I got to a place where I'm like, nigga, I never got into rap. I did it for the love and the passion.
Right.
But I did it for the economics, nigga. Like I wasn't just rapping just for the sake of rapping. I wanted to make this my career. Mm-hmm. So I got to a place where I'm like, nigga, I'm about to just focus on like being a dad, being an artist, you know what I'm saying? Focus on bodybuilding. Like I'm gonna just put my focus elsewhere and just because you know the rap shit, if you love it, man, it's painful, bro. If you've been rapping a long time and you didn't get where you thought you were destined to get to, it can be a painful thing, man, if you really love it. If it was just a thing like, yeah, my niggas rap, so I started rapping, then you don't have that type of relationship. Like Vince Staples, one of my favorite artists, and Vince Staples.
Yeah. Shout out to Vince Staples.
Yeah.
But you gotta see where you're going.
Yeah, he'll candidly say it in interviews, like, nigga, he didn't really grow up, like, loving rap for real. Like, he wasn't battle rapping in high school and doing talent shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's just a nigga that got the wit and the intellect, and he understands how to format a song. You know what I mean? So he just got into rap later in life. Right. But I was that nigga that was like, yeah, I want to be a rapper when I grow up. You know what I mean? So when you don't get to where you want to go, it can be, like, extremely discouraging. So I got to a place where I'm like, bro, I'm going to put out my music. Because I got too much sitting in the stash. It'd be just idiotic to not release it. But I'm like, nigga, I'm going to release the music I got in the vault, but I'm not really interested in recording no new music. But so I'm weird as shit. I'm promoting the new album, but I'm like semi-retired. Because I'm like, I'm going to put out this music, but I'm done rapping Caveat for free. If it ain't business, like a nigga ain't gotta pay me for a feature, but if like I know this nigga really do it for real. So if he wanna work, I'll work with him because I know the music will go somewhere.
Right. Yeah,
but
worked in the past.
But if you just a SoundCloud rapper and you just doing it just for the sake of doing it, I don't, with all due respect, humbly, I don't wanna work with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing it it's almost to the point where it's like you almost disrespecting yourself at a certain extent. Mm-hmm. So I got this used car lot with all these fucking cars, but I'm gonna give them away for free. Yeah. That makes no sense. It's like you got songs that can change your life. You know what I'm saying? Like economically can change your life, but you just putting them out just for the sake of putting them out. That don't make no sense. Like you gotta value your project because you put so much into it and you just let it run in the wild for free. So I got to the point where I'm like, dog, I'm semi-retired because I'm done rapping if it ain't business. Like if it ain't like a serious artist, like a nigga that got like an ASCAP membership, or if you ain't flat out paying me for my services, I'm not gonna work with you.
Hell yeah. So if they are trying to work with you and they want to book you, how would they go about doing it?
So you can go to only_wireless TV. Let me say it clearly. only_wireless TV at hotmail.com. That's where you'll find everything. That's where, well, you ain't gonna find shit, but that's where you can reach me. That's where you can reach me if you want to do anything.
I be giving this nigga the business because he the only nigga I know that still got an AOL.com email, nigga.
Listen, I remember I was leasing a Camry. And I was like, nigga, keeping 100, I probably was behind on the payment. So I was talking to somebody from the dealership about like, you know, get my payment. And they was like, yeah, man, we just need the email for you, man. Just split your payment up. And when I told him it was a Hotmail, he was like, oh, okay, like, so you still old school with it. You still I'm on the phone talking to like, you know what I mean? Like wherever I was leasing the car.
Bring that shit and shut up.
Yeah, because it was in the cool. Like, yeah, it's a Gmail. It's like, no, nigga, it's an old school Hotmail. Only_wireless TV at hotmail.com. And that's where you can contact your boy for anything.
Hell yeah, man. Well, look, man, before we get up out of here, why don't you give us a little tidbit of a couple songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little quick sample of some things. If everything work out, man, you know we was having some issues before.
Some technical difficulties. They all coming from my phone, though. All right, so fuck it, man. I was just talking about it. Let's lead off with here's I Am Number 4, produced by Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing like 30 seconds, so we're gonna do like 30 each, so that way we don't get flags, you know.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm playing it? Is it?
Yeah, give us.
Oh, it's just okay. Cool. I just had a senior moment.
You give it a little bit of volume.
Let me give it. I think I'm on. No, I'm not. Okay.
Study your brains, I make a mirror, I paint with a Glock. I used to dribble with niggas, my handles were suspect. My knees buckle when I got gut check. Sham guy, when we was pumping shit like a ramrod. You was looking suspicious, looking me in my damn eyes. Be damn odd, bet you trapped me behind this vertical surface. I'm surgical, I cut the cord and them surgeons was nervous. Prodigy wreaking havoc, mobbing with deep pockets. I ain't got a style like P to show you where deep block is. Over there by the lockets, I kept my sandwich baggy. Spent some time in Texas, but check it, I never ran with Aggies. You can just tell where my mind was at. I was on some battle shit. Like everything is super lyrical. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Prodigy wreaking havoc, Mobb Deep. Prodigy wreaking havoc. Mobbing with deep pockets. I ain't got a style like P, Styles P, to show you where D block is. D block. Right. So I'm doing a whole bunch of just lyrical. But yeah, that's where my mind was at. But yeah, that's I Am number 4. Man, let's get into that gangsta shit. Scarface.
Who produced this one?
Scarface is produced by
Artist shit, right?
Niggas
fuck up.
I know his name.
FYI.
I know his name, but I can't think of it.
For the record, I will wreck shit. Niggas better respect.
I'll check shit. Don't think it's a nigga rolled up that I'll roll up and do a hold up and I'm all grown up. Need me a stack for each of my laps. Been around the globe, the globe in the map. That's a solar system, they glow from the black when the foe go black. Last thing that you ever gonna see, cause you never gonna see, you're never gonna be the same. You ain't even gonna know your own name when the thought pop up or pop out your brain. Getting messy with the Smith and Wesson, got you looking like Joe Pesci when he hit the Desi. I can show you what to do with that AR. Let it blow Superman's cape off, break off. A whole lot of beer, get a hole in your head if you're holding still. Hey, nigga, I'm feeling myself. Yo, but I know who that is. Let me go into texture because I said his name in the beginning. No, Sugar Beats.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sugar Beats.
Sugar Beats, but he spells it S-V-G-A-R.
Okay.
Sugar Beats. So Sugar Beats did a lot of production on this album. This is texture. This is my smoking song. I was smoking at the time.
This joint. I heard this.
Smoking that reefer, now I'm in trouble. Rolling, yeah, I'm ATL. This shit remind me of ATL. Okay, started early, there was maybe 5 or 6.
Call it early, I was looking down the zip, trying to break the motherfucker up and aim stuff and shit like
I was cut across the state. Tiny bubbles.
Bed rock, this that
On the road.
I was smoking, blowing on
the humble.
Almost had to stumble.
Had to hit the undo. That's a pause for the right cause. That break it down, yeah, it's like sauce. When I poke it down, then the cortisone reaches so strong that can know the zone. Tiny bubbles.
Little mama, I ain't trying to fuck
you. Yeah, man.
Already touched you. Turn around and I've been down to punch you. You a thotty with a little body.
Let's get a Night Come. This is another track that Gage produced. Night Come.
Beat is so good.
Shout out to Gage, man.
Yeah, and it's more like it's contemporary because of the pace, but like it's more like a pop, you know, like a sexual type of track, you know, that type of shit.
Crazy with a bit of style, nigga D, free from A to Z. She like to play with me, she like to send me different type of dirty pictures. She was something vicious, not them dirty bitches. No, she got some Swish's love in the taste. I could taste her lips sticking with bait. That's why she love me, cause I know what to say. She couldn't see it going no other way. I couldn't see it if you brought it to me, then I wouldn't read it, cause I couldn't beat it. Cause that pussy had me feeling so defeated. She took it from me, and she know I needed me. So steamy, like when you get done with your show, see me, you was so creamy. I was lucid dreaming, it was so dreamy. Looking for me, then you won't see me. Who's heading off? 7 off and I'm getting off. Feeling like I got a little weapon off.
Yeah, that's Night Comes. I think he can't get potential. Yeah. It's like a track that feels like a single. You know what I mean? Just based on where the music is at. So like I know this would fit with like where playlists are at right now. But
yeah.
I played this nigga, but I promise I can't remember who made the beat. It was somebody I met on Instagram. And it was an old Instagram account. Right. So it ain't even an account I use no more. But yeah, potential. It's one of my better hooks. Like, you hating on the gang, while I'm pinning corners in the thing. Nigga, they don't compliment your car, they don't give a fuck who you are. I'm just reaching my potential. We ain't gotta keep it confidential. Nigga, you ain't touching my cigar. I don't give a fuck who you are. And people have heard that line and not understood it like cigar. It's like, nigga, if I don't fuck with you, I ain't passing you my blunt. Like, I'm just reaching my potential. We ain't gotta keep it confidential. nigga, you ain't touching my cigar. I don't give a fuck who you are. Beast mode, I abide by the cheat codes. That's your homeboy, that's your peoples. Better tell that nigga keep his teeth closed, keep his mouth shut, keep his lips locked, or I'm going in like a trick shot. Kawhi landed in game 6, point blank range, so I can't miss. And my main bitch on the same shit, we speak in the same language. I don't speak for my actions. Man, another world. Go back to Africa, telling us that we bastards. Another blow to my family, don't have it in me, I had enough. Yes, let's address jail and everybody connected. We're making that arrest. Connected to Satan, connected the nation. We unify like a suit and tie. I'm so tired of seeing students die. What do you do when it's do or die? Feels like it's useless to try when we shooting over fries. My grandparents was my first reference to black excellence, and they ain't even trust their own reverend. We used to go to Antioch till my granny stopped placing change in the collection. She couldn't hand them guap. Guess it felt like I touched on a lot of personal shit in that one. Like, but when I say another death in my family, I was literally talking about war. When I say we used to go to Antioch, like in West Akron, it's Antioch Baptist Church on VO. Then we used to go here back in the day, and Reverend Duron was that pole pit. You know what I mean? So my grandma literally stopped going there. And this is The Matrix. The track, the only track I produced, and it's a track from like 2018, 2019. This one that has like the political themes and all of that shit. This that 2 minutes drill. I ain't even got 2 minutes still. I'ma make sure a few minutes real. This that red or blue. You tell I ain't been like rehearsing or recording because I don't have most of my shit I don't have it memorized for real no more. But I'm gonna get it together and start the show and shit. This that 2 minute drill. I ain't even got 2 minutes still. I'ma make sure a few minutes real. This that red and blue pill. This that man down, that Michael Brown, that Sandra Bland. What goes around comes back around like hula hoops and ampersands. This that xenophobia. This that death coming threes. Pull up with a street sweeper, make sure your block looks ass fully clean. This that murder in the shot, letting bullets fly. 4th of July, lighting niggas up. Yo lips loose, that bitch too tight, niggas up. Yeah, but that's the whole format. It's all this, that, and I'm just kind of touching on everything. You see, it's fucking Sandra Bland, Michael Brown, you know what I mean? Just everything that's happening, or everything that was happening at the time, and continuing to happen, you know what I mean? So it's a track I'm proud of because I normally don't go, like, I'm not Mos Def. I'm not the nigga that's like rapping about like reparations, but you know, it's relevant.
I have it on the track as a bonus, right?
I'll play. Yeah, that will be considered a bonus, man. And I didn't play everything, but the one track I will play. The last track. What you looking at?
9, 8,
produced by Cody Beats. I got this is one of them joints where like I got the lease rights for it. So it's weird where like you can only have certain amount of like streams before it kick in, and you gotta go back and buy the exclusive and all that shit. Cause the Lisa beat it might be 50. The nigga exclusive it might be 10 racks. Talking to me now, nigga. Never coming down, nigga. Nah, I ain't never coming down, nigga. What goes around comes all the way around, nigga. Gotta watch the way you talking to me now, nigga. I'm up now and I ain't never coming down, nigga. Nah, I ain't never coming down, nigga. What goes around comes all the way around, nigga. What you looking at? 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 Nigga, what you looking at? I came right up out of left field. Left niggas in the dust that was less skilled. Left him in the state that I met him in. Niggas living in the past wearing Leathermans. Ain't shit changed in a decade. I'm in the MCU, that's the next phase. Had to upgrade. I ain't going back to college, nigga, fuck grades. Is you fucking crazy? I would go if I was getting paid. If a nigga had minutes, it was getting played. You know, it's crazy, and I was talking about name, image, and likeness, but I recorded that in 2019.
Right.
Because it was something that was bubbling. People were starting to talk about, like, yo, they ready to start paying them. Yeah, so it was on my mind. So it sounds like I'm talking about like what's happening right now, but I actually wrote that 5 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, man, sounding good, man. So the project again is called
12/18/22.
And it drops
7/18/24.
For sure, man.
Sure.
Long live my nigga War, man.
Absolutely, man.
Glad you came out, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we got to get this interview in. You know what I'm saying? Got to be the first to do it. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So that's cool, man. You know, without you, it ain't no us, man. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Doc.
Yeah, man.
Score Wallace.
And like we always tell all of the guests here, but you really ain't a guest, you know.
But you already know.
But you already know.
come back.
You know, I mean, that's automatic.
Right.
But yeah, that said, man, we gonna get up out of here on this note as we always do.
Now I'm gonna leave on this note here. Like I said, you got one foot on a banana peel. The other foot is sliding towards somebody's motherfucking institution. Or inside somebody's motherfucking cemetery. Listen, the choice is yours, motherfucker.
And always remember, never
Most of
forget.
all, remember this shit. The life you
The
make
Flow Radio,
saved
Trenches
just
Radio,
make
live
me
at 225. Your boy DC.
Your boy Dro.
Our special motherfucking guest.
The underscore wild as fuck with me.
Yeah.
Underscore Wireless TV, right?
Yeah, that's where you find everything. I put up content about music, about artwork, film. It's pretty much my mind. It's anything I'm interested in, I make a video about it.
Make sure
I just
y'all
put
go
up a video
subscribe.
about damn, what did I just touch on? I just put out a video about Blankface. I did Blue Lips. I did a breakdown of Blue Lips.
Schoolboy Q, yeah.
Schoolboy Q's latest joint. I'm a big, huge Schoolboy Q fan. Like artist that came out in the 2010s, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
So, but I like all them niggas, but I like, he's my dude. So I put out a video about Blue Lips and kind of compared it to Blankface because they kind of cut from the same cloth. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
For sure, man. Definitely tap into the YouTube page, YouTube channel. Is dope content.
Grab that album.
That album, 12/18/22, coming in July.
Yeah, man. Look forward to seeing you over here doing a Tiny Corner concert.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do all that shit.
I'm gonna hold it down. Nigga. I'm gonna do all that.
Hell yeah.